Hello dear students, welcome to your own class Chemistry with Minds. Namaskar. Today we will study free radical substitution reaction in alkane. So let's start. Free radical substitution reactions in alkanes. Before this, you should know what is the nature of the alkane and what is the reactivity properties of the alkanes and what is the bond property of the alkanes. Then only you can understand why alkanes undergo free radical substitution reactions. As you know, alkanes is having CC sigma bond and CH sigma bond. Single bond is called as sigma bond. What is the meaning of CC sigma bond? CC sigma bond means at this end also carbon atom and this end also carbon atom. Since both are same atom, so the shared electron pair will be in between of the bond. In case of CH sigma bond, one end is carbon and another end is hydrogen. But the electronegativity difference of carbon and hydrogen are not so much different. The electronegativity of the carbon is 2.5, whereas for hydrogen it is 2.1. So the difference is not so much, and that is the reason in case of the carbon and hydrogen, the shared electron are also in between of the bond. Since it is in between of the bond, that is the reason these bonds are quite strong. Since these bonds, CC sigma bond and CH sigma bond are quite strong, it means their reactivity is less, and that is the reason alkanes are considered as least reactive hydrocarbons among all the hydrocarbons. Alkanes are least reactive hydrocarbon amongst all hydrocarbons. Since alkanes are considered as least reactive hydrocarbon, that is the reason alkanes are known as paraffins. P-A-R-A. Para means little and affines means reactivity. So less reactivity. Now come to the free radical substitution reaction. Why it gave free radical substitution reaction? So first you should understand the substitution reaction and free radical separate. It is giving substitution reaction because it is having only CC and CH sigma bond. For addition reaction, it should have multiple bond. Then only addition reaction can take place. But since alkanes are having only sigma bond, that is the reason substitution reactions only can take place. Second thing, why it is free radical? So as I told you, in CC sigma bond and CH sigma bond, in both sigma bond, the shared electron pair are in between. Since shared electron pairs are in between, it means these bonds will undergo homolytic fission, and when a bond is undergoing homolytic fission, it will give free radical. That's why it is called free radical substitution reaction. So one by one we will study free radical substitution reaction. Number one is halogenation. Halogenation reaction. Halogenation means replacement of the hydrogen by halogen. Halogen can be fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, but they have their different reactivity order. What is the reactivity order? The order of reactivity is fluorine is more reactive than chlorine, is more reactive than bromine, is more reactive than iodine. And what is this process? In this process, halogen substitute the hydrogen of the alkane at the temperature of 520 to 670 Kelvin or in presence of sunlight. So one by one we will study fluorine, chlorine, bromine and iodine case. Let us start with chlorination. In chlorination, what will happen? Chlorine will replace the hydrogen of the alkane. So let us consider methane plus chlorine. It will form CH3Cl plus HCl. During chlorination, all the hydrogen of the alkane, in case of methane, all the 4 hydrogen can be replaced one by one, and it will give 4 types of the product. So this is one product. CH2Cl2, temperature will be 520 to 670 Kelvin or sunlight 520 to 670 Kelvin or sunlight. This CH2Cl2 again can react with Cl2 and it can give CHCl3 plus HCl, and last reaction is CHCl3 plus Cl2, temperature is 520 to 670 Kelvin or sunlight. It will give carbon tetrachloride plus HCl. So all the 4 hydrogen of the methane replaced one by one by the chlorine, and it given different product, or it can give mixture of the product. Now come to the bromination. What is the bromination? In case of bromination, bromine replaces the hydrogen of the alkane and it gives the alkyl bromide as the product. It also occurs in the same way as the chlorination. CH4 plus Br2, 520 to 670 Kelvin, or it will give CH3Br plus HBr. Now come to iodination. What is the iodination? Iodination is the process in which hydrogen of the alkane substituted by the iodine atom. But in case of iodine, it is a reversible process. Why it is reversible process? Let's see. CH4 plus I2 520 to 670 Kelvin or sunlight, and it will give CH3I plus HI. Now this HI is the reducing agent. This is a moderate reducing agent. Since it is a reducing agent, so what it will do, it will react back to the product and it will give CH4 and iodine. It means we cannot get the product, because as soon as it will form the product will again react with HI and it will give back to methane and iodine. So what to do? What to do with this? How to make the product? Since there is the reducing agent, so we have to remove this reducing agent, then only we can form the product. So we have to use the oxidizing agent. So oxidizing agent will neutralize this reducing agent and we will get our product. That is the reason iodination is done or carried out in presence of oxidizing agents such as HNO3, nitric acid, iodic acid and mercuric oxide. When we will use this oxidizing agent, it will react with reducing agent, so this effect will be neutralized and we will get our product. So let's see how it is reacting with the reducing agent. Let us take with HNO3. When HNO3 will react with HI, let us take two molecule, it will form, it will be reduced as a iodine. Iodine is having 0 valency, correct or not? And this is -1, so it is getting oxidized, correct? Plus 2NO2 plus 2H2O, correct? So this agent got oxidized. Now let us take second example of HiO3. HiO3 plus HI. This I and this I will form iodine. This is -1 and this is 0. Again it is oxidized. Plus, since there is a 3 oxygen, so it will form 3H2O. Since here it is 3H2O, so let us take 5 molecule of hydrogen iodide. Now let us take this one, HGO, HGO plus 2HI. This mercury will form mercuric iodide, HgI2 plus H2O. So we can get our product. So like now come to the fluorination. Fluorination is the process in which hydrogen atom of the alkane is replaced by the fluorine. As I told you in the reactivity order, fluorine is more reactive than chlorine, and chlorine is more reactive than bromine, and bromine is more reactive than iodine. So fluorine is highly reactive, and it is so highly reactive that it gives vigorous reaction which cannot be controlled, and in some case it can break CC sigma bond or CH sigma bond also. So if we want to form the alkyl fluoride product, then we have to dilute the fluorine with inert gas like nitrogen or argon, or alternatively if we want to form the alkyl fluoride, then Schwarz reaction is also there, by which we can prepare the alkyl fluoride. How the Schwarz reaction? Schwarz reaction is the process of preparing alkyl fluoride by reacting alkyl chloride with inorganic fluoride. This is the alkyl chloride, and when we will react with inorganic fluoride, there can be many inorganic fluoride such as arsenic fluoride, antimony fluoride, silver fluoride or mercurous fluoride. So let us take mercurous fluoride. So when it will react, it will form two molecules of CH3 CH2 F plus Hg2 Cl2. So this is the fluorination. Now I told you in the reaction of chlorination, bromination, iodination, reaction with methane, what will happen if we will take the higher alkane? Higher alkane means propane or higher than propane, which are having 3 or more than 3 carbon atom. When we will take propane or higher alkane, then what will happen? There are more than one type of carbon. Since there are more than one type of carbon, it means there will be more than one type of hydrogen. Since there are more than one type of hydrogen, it means there will be more than one type of substitution. It means there will be a mixture of product, but all the product will be isomers. Let's see. Suppose if I am taking propane, correct? This propane is having 3 carbon, and in this 3 carbon there are 2 types of carbon. This carbon is attached with 1 carbon, so this is primary. This carbon is attached with 2 carbon, so this is secondary, and this is attached with 1 carbon, so this is primary. And the hydrogen attached with primary carbon, that is primary hydrogen. Hydrogen attached with secondary carbon, that is secondary hydrogen. Hydrogen attached with primary carbon, that is primary hydrogen. So there are 2 types of hydrogen. So when there are 2 types of hydrogen, it means there will be 2 types of substitution. When there is 2 types of substitution, means there will be 2 types of product also. So let us react with chlorine. So it will give one product will be if it will substitute primary hydrogen, and second product will be when it will substitute the secondary hydrogen. So when it will substitute the primary hydrogen, it will give CH3 CH2 CH2Cl plus secondary hydrogen means CH3 CHCl CH3. Now you can see both are isomers, correct? So they are isomeric alkyl chloride. Now if you will see how much percentage they are formed, then it will be 45% and it will be 55%. Now, how to know, how to determine the quantification of the alkyl chloride products? So, this is depend on the two factor. First factor is the nature of halogen and second factor is number and types of hydrogen. Why number and types of the hydrogen? Because tertiary hydrogen are more easily substituted than secondary hydrogen, and secondary hydrogens are more easily substituted than primary hydrogen. It means the order of each of substitution is tertiary hydrogen is greater than secondary hydrogen is greater than primary hydrogen. That's why I retain number and types of hydrogen. Correct? Now, why nature of halogen? Nature of halogen means whether it is chlorine, bromine, iodine, because the ease of substitution of this hydrogen depends on the nature of the halogen also. If we will take chlorine, then this order, the ease of substitution of the hydrogen will have different value, and if we will take the bromine, then the value of the ease of substitution of hydrogen will be different. Let's see what will be the value. If we will take chlorine, in case of chlorine, the value of this will be 5:3.8:1, and if we will take the bromine, then this order means the ease of substitution of the product will have the value of 1600:82:1. So, these are the things. Now come to the mechanism of the halogenation. So, what is the mechanism of the halogenation? It has three steps. First step is initiation. In this step, the halogen, let's take chlorine at 520 to 670 Kelvin, or in presence of sunlight, it will convert into free radical. Now, second step is propagation. Propagation steps itself consist of two steps. In the first step, this free radical will react with methane molecule and it will take away one hydrogen and it will give methyl radical plus HCl. Now, in second propagation step, what will happen? This CH3 radical will react again with chlorine and it will give Cl plus Cl free radical. So how it is happening? First one Cl will come from here and it will react with methane, it will give methyl free radical. Now this methyl free radical will again react with another molecule of the chlorine and it will give CH3Cl plus Cl free radical. Now the Cl free radical produced in this second step, that will again react with methane molecule, it will again give methyl radical and HCl. This methyl radical again react with another chlorine molecule and it will give Cl free radical and it will again react with methane molecule. So this process will continue again and again, and it will continue till that time till this will be in the sufficient quantity, and when it will be in the sufficient quantity, then there will be a chance that the Cl free radical produced in the second step, it can react with CH3Cl also, because now it also has been produced in the sufficient amount. So when it will be produced in the sufficient amount, then this will react with this, then this will be third step. Earlier it was reacting with another methane molecule. Since this quantity also has been increased up to sufficient quantity, so now there is a chance that it can react with this also. So when Cl free radical will react with CH3Cl, then again it will substitute one hydrogen and it will give CH2 Cl, CH2Cl free radical plus HCl, correct or not? Now fourth step what will be? This CH2Cl free radical will react with like this second step, then it will form CH2Cl2 plus Cl free radical. Now again like this first and second step, this will again react with CH3Cl, it will give CH2Cl, it will react with chlorine molecule, it will again give Cl free radical, this will again react with CH3Cl. So this process again will continue till this will be in the sufficient quantity. When this will be in the sufficient quantity, then there will be a chance that it can react with this. So when it will react with this CH2 Cl2 plus Cl free radical, then again it will displace one hydrogen and it will form CH Cl2 plus HCl, correct? And next sixth step will be this CaCl2 will react with another molecule of chlorine like this or like this fourth step, then it will give CH Cl3 plus Cl free radical. Now again this will do the same process, then in the same way it will form the CCl4, correct? Now come to the termination step. Termination step. What is the termination step? See, in the initiation step, first step, there was breaking of chlorine molecule and it formed two chlorine free radical, correct? So one free radical reacted with methane and one free radical remained there, correct? Now come to propagation step, second one. Propagation step in in propagation second step, here also one Cl free radical is there. So this free radical will react with that free radical which was produced in the initiation step, correct? Because only one Cl free radical only reacted or takes parts in propagation step, so one was remaining there. In the same case, in the fourth step also what is produced, that can also react with the chlorine free radical of the initiation step. In the same case, this chlorine also can react with chlorine free radical of the initiation step, or if it will go 7th or 8th step, then it will form CCl4 plus Cl free radical. That Cl free radical also can react with Cl free radical of the initiation step, correct? So first possibility of the termination will be Cl plus Cl, that will form Cl2, correct? Now second possibility is, see, in the initiation step 2 Cl free radical was produced and only one Cl free radical taken part in the propagation step. Now suppose both Cl free radical produced in the initiation steps are taking part in the propagation step. It means then it will form 2 CH3 free radical. So there is a chance that CH3 plus CH3, they can react with each other and form ethane. There is one more possibility. See, as I told you, in the initiation step there was 2 Cl free radical. Suppose 1 Cl free radicals are taking part in the propagation step, so it will form CH3 free radical plus HCl. Since free radicals are very much reactive, so CH3 free radical will react with the remaining Cl free radical which was produced in the initiation step. So this is the third possibility, CH3 free radical plus Cl, it will form CH3Cl. So this is the mechanism of the halogenation. Now come to the nitration. Nitration. What is the nitration? Nitration is the process in which hydrogen atom of the alkane is substituted by the NO2 free radical. Generally, alkanes containing 6 or more than 6 carbon atom, that only can undergo nitration reaction with fuming nitric acid. It means it is a liquid phase nitration. Suppose if we are taking the alkane with less than 6 carbon atom, then what will happen? Then the liquid phase nitration is not possible. We have to do the reaction in vapor phase. Since vapor phase we are doing, so we have to take the reaction at high temperature, means 425 to the 675 Kelvin, and since this is the vapor phase nitration, so this is a very vigorous reaction and so much vigorous reaction that it can break CC bond also. When it will break CC bond, then we will get a mixture of the product. Let's see. If this is the CH4 and when we are reacting with HNO3, this is fuming nitric acid. In vapor phase means we have to take the temperature 425 to 670 or 675 Kelvin vapor phase. Since it is the vapor phase, so this will also in the vapor phase, and it will give CH3NO2. Suppose if we are taking CH3, CH2, CH3, then fuming HNO3 425 to 675 Kelvin, and it will give CH3, CH2, CH2, NO2. This is the one product. Since it is having different carbon, see primary, secondary, and this is also primary. So this NO2 free radical can substitute secondary hydrogen also. If it will substitute secondary hydrogen, then it will give CH3 twice CH NO2. Now one more thing, as I told you, since this is the vapor phase nitration, so it is very vigorous reaction. So it can break the CC bond. If it will break the CC bond, then we will get CH3, CH2, NO2 and plus CH3, NO2. So total 4 products mixture we will get. Now come to the sulfonation. Before coming to the sulfonation, let us see the mechanism of the nitration. First, there will be free radical generation. So this is HNO3 at 425 to 675 Kelvin. It will give OH free radical plus NO2 free radical, correct? Now this OH free radical will react with methane and it will give CH3 free radical plus H2O. Now this CH3 free radical will react with NO2 free radical and it will give CH3 NO2, correct? Now come to the sulfonation. Sulfonation reaction. What is the sulfonation? Sulfonation is the process in which hydrogen atom of the alkane is substituted by the sulfonic acid group. In sulfonation, generally the alkane with 6 or more than 6 carbon atoms are only taking place in the sulfonation. If the alkane is having number of carbon atom less than 6, then it does not undergo sulfonation, and sulfonation is carried out with fuming sulfuric acid, and fuming sulfuric acid is H2SO4 plus SO3. It means it is a oleum H2H2O7, and since it is a sulfonation, it will take place at the higher temperature. That temperature is 675 Kelvin. So CH3, CH2,4, CH3, and when it will react with fuming sulfuric acid at temperature of 675 Kelvin, then it will form CH3, CH2 4 CH2. Okay, this space is short, so we will write here CH3 CH2 4 CH2 SO3 H. So this is the sulfonation. So all the free radical substitution reaction is finished. If you have any doubts, please ask in the message box or comment box. I will try to solve your questions as soon as possible. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe my video so that you can get my next video notification automatically. Thank you very much.